Now live. Let's get this game loaded up. Well, it's already loaded up, but get it appearing on the Twitch side of things. Jeez, that's what I sound like? Well, that's a little of a shame. Alright, so it's been 2 days. I'm trying to remember where we left off. I do recall being somewhat upset due to the fact that uh, we have to, even though we were traveling everywhere to make sure the mechanoids weren't going to hunt us down, we... Wait, why did they spawn us all the way over here? Where are we even on the map? There we are. We're just going to have to go somewhere, I guess. So, we were cleaning up the bunker. Progress was being made. The clean sweeper finished their job. Okay, there's still the hyperweave in there. Same with medical pallets. But we decided on this one. Mainly because, within theory, it should be more defendable. We're not sure of that 100% though. So looking at everything... I'm trying to find the constructoid. That's the clean sweep. Is the constructoid still underground? Can't be. There's the pollution seeds. We might actually want to plant those. Plant them near where our dumping site for pollution is. Or potentially make a new pollution site right over here or something. Oh, right. Probably should queue up construction of that. Still like, where is the constructoid? I know it's probably right in front of me, but I'm just blind. I'm just gonna look at this. Ah, I told you. Right in front of me. Right, so I have to remember it's the middle one. Since we are cleaning up the bunker, since we still have a little bit before we can even leave, we need to do some more hunting, I know for a fact, but there's nothing to really hunt here. Because the vultures require food and sustenance and whatnot. Oh, this is going to be beautiful when I'm done with it. Within theory, of course, it might not be so beautiful, but we'll get there when we get there. We have the dead Militor that died 9 days ago when we first originally came here. But yes, the goal of this is this will be like our more civilian kind of location, while we eventually turn the ship into like a full-blown battle cruiser, but not sure if we're going to succeed on that or not. We probably need a lot more crew on it, if I'm being honest. We can launch in 2 hours. So once we're able to launch, we are going to get that constructoid taken out of the bunker. Shoot Frenzy for her. Oh right, she's that new person who makes everyone happy. We haven't learned of what treachery she has. Yeah, no. We're not going to take that quest due to the fact we don't have any defenses set up here yet. Right, and like that, let's do a launch. And what is this? Item stash. Let's take a look at our quest, because maybe we can do something. I don't like that. Off we go. But yeah, I would have been live earlier, but for some reason it was just taking forever. Did I forget a constructoid here? Okay. Good news is it doesn't look like I forgot anyone here. Alright, we'll just land here. You know, I'm actually considering why have we not gone into space yet? Everyone, this is like the first time I've been able to have everyone in a playthrough with the vac suits, but I just don't have them going into space for whatever reason. Why is the mechanoid threat still there? There is no one on the map, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't even show up the mech thing. Okay, so I guess we should not go there. You know, I'm going to be really upset if they ended up destroying, like, making it that grav anchors aren't even reliable. Due to the fact that, you know, they'll just go, oh, you know what? Even though you left, we're still going to spawn there. Get ratioed or something, I don't know. I'll be so upset. I'm just gonna give her an EMP launcher. If she goes, like, betrays us, well, the only thing she's hurting is, you know, our poor mechanoids, but I could care less about the mechanoids, to be honest. Everyone has weapons, right? Nibri has the overcharged Reaper. I'm wondering if I should give it to someone else. Nord and Dan have assault rifles, which makes sense. Wince is kind of just like a normal shock trooper, so has a SMG. The only reason we need to hunt animals now is due to the fact that our animals, vultures, require it. Require meat in order to survive. We've researched cryo sleep caskets. And with that, let's see what we can research. We could research heavy bridges, but I don't think we will. Instead, let's take a look here. Nero supercharger, no. We'll research the biosculpting. It might come in handy. But since we just unlocked the cryo sleep casket, it requires advanced components, but we're actually good on those. I'm just gonna place one right there. That way, if someone dies or gets sick, we can just, throw them in there till we have the means to take care of them or resurrect them. Oh, so I guess if a barracks is good enough quality, it won't give them a mood debuff, but it'll give them a slight positive. That's good to know. We're just gonna deconstruct the local ruins while we're at it. Was there any, like, ancient dangers or something in this location? Does not appear so, which is unfortunate. However, we could always get raided. That's always something that can happen. Ready to launch again, but I am not going to the Grav anchor spot due to the fact that it has that mechanoid threat. I think that's worse than a raid, if I'm being honest with you. Oh no, my robot. Oh, Dave, I didn't mean to draft you. My bad. Alright, and we've got that out of the way. Aggro hand is damaged, so prioritize repairing. Wow, it really uses up its energy to be repaired. Yeah, it's less than 1%. And it was like at 40 or 50. Wow, stream is really delayed today. It's dropped frames by 25%. What the heck? That's really upsetting. I haven't had any issues for a while, but it seems like stream is extremely, extremely behind. Alright, so Isamu basically makes everyone in pain, which means everyone drops their weapon. Or... Oop. Oh no, it seems like only... Oh, okay, well, put the SMG again. Put the Lancer. Okay, so it seems people closest to her will drop the weapon, but otherwise not, I guess. Still a little worried about the dropped frames, though. Because I'm looking at it right here. It says dropped frames are at 26.6%. Anything above 1% is really bad. I wonder why it's doing that. But once we research biosculpting, we're going to go for advanced grav tech. Because that will allow us to, if we have the ingredients, which we should, we can build these grav core power cells. Grav core power cells, free power basically. However, very pricey, dare I say. Combat supplier. Now, who's our main social person? Kepler, right? Well, let's talk. They have a shuttle engine. Same with medicine. Tech print. Huh. There's not really much we can offer. Can sell those for medicine, I guess. Alright. Now let's take a look here. So, we do want to make better guns. An LMG. How much damage per second? Fire rate is that. I'm trying to think of some good guns. Chain shotguns should probably be a good choice. Oh, no one can make a chain shotgun. Never mind then. Okay, drop frames are starting to drop. Back down. I am curious why it's doing that. It never had this issue before. But it seems like closing out stream and reopening it caused it to go back on, like, schedule, I guess, is the right word for it. See some compact machinery, so we are going to mine that. Silver ore. We're not gonna go for a silver ore, I don't think. Aurora. Royal Tribute Collector. I don't think we have anything for you. Yeah, no, we don't have any gold lying around. Oh! The awoken soldiers, while talking with a trader, learned of a location of an infamous company of mercenaries. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, they're down, so I guess we'll just make our way. It's going to be like one animal. Okay, yep. Get everyone on board, then do that. There we go. Alright, so we'll have to do 2 launches. There's this ancient complex. I don't actually know if there's anything unique about it. But we'll land there first, I guess. Alright. Ancient complexes are right here. So we'll land just like so. Right here. Probably nothing in it but like a turret or something. Oh no! The red fox developed a heart attack. well, I'm drafting Nord to go into the facility and see what he can find. I'm assuming nothing, if I'm being honest. Okay, we got a hermetic crate. Another one. Okay, we have mechanoids in here. Alright, so we have a lot of hermetic crates in this facility, but there's one mechanoid here. Looks like that's the only one, so I'm gonna draft Wanda to come here as well. Then Dan as well. Alright, it's dead. Wanda took, I guess, a few bruises, but otherwise, due to the fact we have a giant army of, pets, we were able to deal with it. Okay, medical supplies, silver. Oh, biosculpting has completed. Oh, it completed at the worst time. Yeah, no. How hot is it in there? 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Toasty. That hermetic crate is surviving pretty well, though, dare I say. Oh, I forgot to undraft these. Because they kept on trying to leave when we were trying to leave. Ironic. Oh, herbal medicine? That's a letdown, if I'm being honest. Alright. We're just gonna throw her in there. That way she can't affect us with her, her danger screaming event, I don't think. And we don't have to feed her. Mechanoid threat is still 9 days, it says over here. Ugh. I swear, it that's actually kind of stressing me out now. If we can't use the bunkers, this whole run is basically ruined. I'm hoping maybe it updates and it's like, oh, you're not there anymore. But I know since it's Rimworld, it probably isn't gonna do that. I didn't even notice this one right here. Ooh, what's that? Neural computations? Jeez. That's some good stuff. And how many do we need for that research? Oh my, we'll be able to actually research that straight out. Okay, that's pretty nice. Cougars moving to an area near you. You know, theoretically, if I create a safe location for my other colonists, if the bunker isn't out of the question, I could just build cryosleep caskets for the entire crew and then just have mechanoids do the work during the day. Well, they can only do basic stuff. I don't think there's a crafter one until like tier 2 or 3. But being able to have food production and all that handled by mechanoids, that actually sounds like a good run idea. However, I do think I, I should stop playing Rimworld and play another game after this run, but I don't want to really. Because all the games I'm interested in streaming, they're not fully released, if that makes sense. Like they're in early access, so they don't have the best quality when it comes to the content. One game being Infection Free Zone. I want to wait till the story's completed, but otherwise it's an amazing game to play. Okay, we can take off in 2 hours. Shamblers are approaching. Oh. Yeah, dude, I don't think you're gonna find anything here, if I'm being honest. But you're welcome to stay there, I guess. Here, I thought they were coming for, the ship crew, and I was being like, oh, let's just launch, I guess, then. Having pets and trying to take off is so infuriating. It's like I have to play around with everything just to get it to work. Alright, ancient mercenaries, here we come. But I would have to keep at least one person up, I think. Alright, attack begins. I believe they're gonna come out, so we're actually gonna flip our guns like so. Alright. Alright, drafting everyone. Oh, it feels so weird. The ship being in the complete opposite direction. Alright, time has slowed. Because the Militars decided attacking you guys were a good idea, huh? Okay, he's down for the count, I guess. That sounds like a thumb issue. Okay, nothing in the hallway. Alright, we have one guy. Which means everyone get in here. Killer attack. Alright, he's down, but strip his gear. Because I'll take that recon armor. Is that literally the gun, the masterwork weapon? Was that the leader of the crew? Alright, it's a bolt action with customized parts. Let's see here. Traits, aim assist. So it just basically has more accuracy, I guess. That's alright, I guess. You don't have anything really good. Shooting wise, you're just a good shooter, I guess. Oh, not the wasp. Anything but the wasp. Well, I guess let's take a look at what else this facility has in store. Clearly guns. Alright, how badly are they injured? No immediate, no immediate. Great. Because I figure might as well deal with, threat at hand. Okay, that they did it to themselves. Alright, Militor 4 has died. At this point, I'm just not going to make more. Like, they did it to themselves. Alright, and like that, we have access to all this nice machinery. Oh, it woke up and then got knocked back down by the fox having a heart attack. Or it was having a heart attack. Kepler is in a daze, apparently. Oh, you're not supposed to be still drafted. Take care of yourself, and then we're throwing you back in the freezer. Are all of those Militors going after that ancient turret? Like, it's like... I'm just gonna let it die. Or maybe it'll get defeated. Well, I guess it won. Transport pod crash. That's a good fighter. At least for melee. Nah. We don't need them. Probably. A chain shotgun we will take. Oh, you're in a daze, I forgot. Like that, she's thrown back in the freezer. Next to the peas and the peach cobbler. And we got a solar flare. Lovely. Great. Advanced grav tech we've finally researched. Advanced fabrication we could go down, or we could go down the more armor route. What is this from? Long range mineral scanner? I don't know why. I never noticed. No, now I remember. No, I'm thinking of the ground penetrating scanner. I must be. Alright, we'll research shield belts for our melee fighters. That way they can have, you know, a little bit of protection when charging the enemy. Okay, we have a new baby vulture. Well, not really a baby anymore, but it's new enough that it has not been trained. Which reminds me, we can build the little. Where is it? Empower, I guess? Yeah. Gravcore power cell. It will passively produce 1,200 watts of energy. All it requires is 2 advanced components, 1 grav core, and 50 gravlet panels, and 60 steel. I believe it can go anywhere as long as it's on the substructure. I think I'll put one right there. And another hidden conduit there. Because we do want to start getting rid of our reliance on the chem fuel. Especially removing these two, because it's making that room look a lot more cluttered. And I don't like when rooms are cluttered. So we are going to deconstruct. There we go. Oh, it's snowing outside. Neat. But yeah, it's only one tile and it produces as much as 4 tiles of a, well, more than just 2 tiles of a chem fuel generator. Can these be picked up and reinstalled elsewhere? They can. Which means it can be dramatically stolen from us from tribals. Scary thought, I know. But since we have the resources, we're going to build 2 of them. And then we're going to deconstruct this fuel generator. Let's see. In orbit, there's nothing around us. But, let's see. Is there a blast? Oh, the mech brain hive we have, but requires a signal jammer. Which I believe we unlocked the tech for it. We just haven't built it. Yeah, we can build it, but where is the question? I guess we can build it right here. That way we can start preparing for the final fight. Are we ready for it? Probably not. We'll probably all die brutally. Hence why I'm trying to research as much as I can when it comes to weaponry and whatnot. Oh, wait a minute. Uranium slug charts we should research first. By researching those, we'll be able to tear through the mechanoid brain, hopefully. Not sure. Dangerous mechanoid base. We don't need another one. Certainly not. But yeah, it's crazy. I would have thought the graph core power cells would be limited to only one. Hello, Yunokin. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Slightly tired, but all right. I stayed up way too late playing Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. It was like 4 a.m. Yeah, thank you. I I was recently trying to outfit it to become a main battleship, and we were going to live in this bunker. Like I was cleaning it out and everything. However, it it says the mechanoids are still going to land there, which is upsetting because I'm not there anymore. But I think that's like a bug with the mechanoids. I think. Yeah, I like playing it, but it's like I got to the stage where it's just kind of boring, I guess. Like I was playing a trade, like a very trade like clan, I guess. So I had everyone on farming, caravans, workshops, and whatnot. So I was generating a couple thousand per day. Now I'm producing a couple hundred per day, but that's because I have like 20 cataphracts and like a bunch of units to like 100 units in my party. But now it's just kind of like that awkward stage that you're not strong enough to fight the empire or any kingdom, but you want to because you're dying of boredom. So I became a mercenary for the Western Empire because this is weird, but the Northern Empire, Lucan, the emperor who's important to the plot and story, he died like a month in of old age. I didn't even know he could die of old age. I thought, he would have lasted at least till 1090 or something. But no, he just dropped dead. Which is which it was kind of funny, I won't lie. Because now there's just a random guy, Emperor of the Northern Empire, that has no special dialogue whatsoever. He's just kind of there. Yeah, so I'm just being a mercenary in my playthrough. Because I'm only clan tier 3, so I can't create my own kingdom yet. my sister, since you know you have a little brother and sister, she grew up, so I put all her perks into stewardship, and now I have her as my quartermaster, so now I can have more people than I normally would be able to. I just really hope they don't actually start landing there. Otherwise, we're going to have to set up our base elsewhere, and the bunker's the only good place I want to do. Okay, we got some crazy tributary collectors. But yeah, my old since I was doing like a trading thing, I normally like to play as the Empire culture because it makes sense trying to save the Empire as someone of that culture. But I decided to play as the trading ones, and so it was easy to set up caravans. Oh, what's this? Trader transport crash relationship. Dan has another son? Oh, but he's all the way over there. I never played the mods yet. Like, I'm trying to first, like, complete a playthrough or two of, you know, the base game before deciding on something like that. Because for me, the reason I don't have mods on Rimworld yet is I haven't gotten bored of base Rimworld yet. Bannerlord is kind of like I haven't experienced a lot of it because I just kind of stopped at this stage. But I have looked at some of the mods, like the Japan mod. I find it interesting that they have like a whole class system. There was a game very similar to Bannerlord called Freeman Guerrilla Warfare. It was basically set in this like Slavic island nation. It, and it was modern with guns and whatnot. I loved it. However, the developers, well, they kind of abandoned the game, and it's filled with so many bugs that it's very depressing. Like, they said they were doing a quote unquote, like they said they were having the quote unquote remaking the game, quote unquote. Um, they should have, if even if they are actually doing that in their defense, they should have fixed the bugs in the base game in order to have a growing player base and then do that. But no. Timberwolf is hunting down. Alright. Dan, get out there. That wolf just got demolished by these auto turrets. Auto cannon turrets, yeah. Just completely obliterated. Rare thumbos. Let's see. There's no... They won't attack us if we try taming them, so we'll just queue up taming on them. But yeah, the Freeman Guerrilla Warfare actually got me into that genre of games. Like, Bannerlord's alright, but I would prefer, you know, the modern one, because I would always play as a sniper, and I'd always do a pretty good job from the back lines. Precision rifling, uranium slug turrets. Come to think of it, I should have the tech. Advanced grav tech allows me to create panels. Oh, is there not a way to make gravlet cores? Oh, I thought you could make your grav cores. Yeah, it is. That's one thing I liked with Freeman Guerrilla Warfare. Even though I didn't use it, when creating your story, you could select your story that you actually start as the leader of a nation, which was pretty nice. I usually preferred to start as like a nobody though. I preferred the grind. I really thought I could have built grav cores, but it seems I can only make gravlet. Huh. I actually might have to go to that cave system to get a grav core. Hmm. Okay, apparently they're gonna land at the place where no one is in a day and 18 hours. But yeah, learning that you can't make grav cores just kind of makes it. I don't know. For me, it just kind of makes me lose enthusiasm about the grav ships. For sure thought you could get more not by doing quests. Maybe you could buy them? Not sure. Silver ore. We'll mine it before leaving. We can always use the money. Okay, well that's not good to see. Okay, Wanda draft. Alright. Well, that was actually easier than expected, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, we're probably going to kit out this whole part into like a little combat side of the ship. And I think we're going to attack the hive mind. If we die, well, we tried for our third run, which would be a good finale, I guess. We've done quite well. I was gonna kind of just... Oh. Yeah, there's nothing there. You're just gonna die, I think. Wow, that cougar was just following him just to eat his head off. I mean, that's kind of what you get by, attacking a place that no one's been to, but they still claim they are there. But yeah, like, after this run, I do think I'm gonna take us, like, play another game, but I'm not just certain on what. Because Terra Invicta is really long. I mean, Terra Invicta, I spent like over 40 hours on one playthrough just to figure out that I messed up early on. So I had to lose the run. Infection Free Zone doesn't have a lot of content right now. It'd be like a very short stream series, I guess. Bannerlord, my computer probably would have so many dropped frames. Alright, well, let's get this building. Okay, so we're going to create like a little line of turrets here. Within theory, it should help us deal with any mechanoids at the mech hive. If not, well, we die. Probably. That poor raccoon, it went crazy on us and just got its head shot clean off. Oh my god. That was, violent, to say the least. Uranium slug turrets are almost done. We'll be able to build a few with our current, means. Okay, so I guess the mech hive will continue to land here and become an issue for me. Yeah, they're just going to destroy the grab anchor. Skill issue, I think. But I think we can go back there due to the fact that it's considered a abandoned settlement, not a gravlet anchor. here, so maybe not a it's not an impassable thing, so maybe it's possible to go back there. The only issue with the animals in space is that we can't really have them in space. So they'll be kind of useless to us unless if the mechanoids come into the ship. Okay, no one can craft shield belts. Jeez, okay, I do think next playthrough of Rimworld, if I if I do another Rimworld, which I'm almost certain I will, I think I'm going to do the Naked Brutality, I believe it's called. The one where it's you start with nothing, not even clothes on your pawn. It might be worth a check. Oh my god, a flat screen TV. We don't need it. Right? We've Mechanoid Hub 3. At least it's not something called like Scyther Station 3. Or Scyther Station just in general. That sounds terrifying. They have some grablet panels. We're gonna buy those. Same with the plasteel. But what can we sell in return? We can sell that rice, which doesn't get us a lot of money, but it gives us some, I guess. And then pigskin, lizard. Dye. Black jacket, pants, and then gold. Yep. Alright, that plasteel will work for our defenses, and the gravlet panels to allow us to extend it. So yeah, this will be like our major defensive spot, which makes me think maybe before I go to the hive mind, I destroy this back barrier and replace it with a wall. That way they'll prioritize coming here. I'm curious how it will turn out though. We're almost done with the uranium slug turrets, which those I'm hoping work out for us. I'm thinking about building just a long line of them just to chew into any mechanoids. Because it chews through plasteel like paper, they claim. But Persons is still here. Once he recovers that, I'm hoping he leaves. Yep, he's leaving. Which should give us a benefit, like increased relations, since he is part of the orbital traders. Alright, uranium turrets. Alright, let's go into security, uranium slug turrets. 1, 2. Ah, we don't have the resources for that. We can possibly build 2. But it looks like our main holding us back is actually compact steel, but there's a lot of steel here. We'll probably need to rebuild the chem fuel generators we literally just took down. Oh. Wanda, get out of there. Oh, I see. Why did the infestation out of all times just appear there, though? That's what I'm a little confused about. Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna have to cancel that so they don't, you know, saying hello to, our friendly, pacifistic neighbors, clearly. Oh, they're... Okay, Militors will not take no for an answer. They want to die, I guess. Peak Rimworld, clearly. Why is the red fox just wandering here? But yeah, I do think, next playthrough, if I do the Naked Brutality, I'm thinking of potentially using that. It's a simple mod, but it allows the map modification. I don't know if they updated it for Odyssey, but the one where you could spawn in like a little crater slash like safe valley with only one entrance. I might do that because I was always fascinated with that appearance. Oh, they just won't give up. They want to fight. I was hoping, that it'd stop, but no. Hypothermic slowdown. This is probably not enough to fight the hive, but we'll be fine. Clearly. Psychic drone female. Like, within theory, there should be enough steel here to build our little offensive line, you could say. Alright, well, we might lose our little shock troopers because one decided to, walk into the hive, get shattered. I can't save that one. I'm just going to let it die. It's its fault for, going into the cave. Hmm. I mean, damn. Alright, we managed to grab that mechanoid. Shocking, I guess. I wasn't expecting anyone to really grab it. Alright, but once this is done, I believe we are, I guess, not in range. No, it's up there. A bit more. We'll start making our way to the mech Queen. I think it's called the Mech Queen. Could be wrong on that. Dude. Being an idiot to the friendly neighbors is not gonna get you any goody two-shoot points or something like that. We have one more auto turret, which we should have enough steel for. Same with plow steel and components. I do wonder how this is gonna play out, though. Alright, the offensive line is built. Whether or not it works, I have no clue. But with that, we'll get this Hemfield power generator built, which we have the steel for it, so we are going to quick launch. Okay, everyone's making their way to the ship. There we go. Oh. Okay, it's actually kind of far, I guess. So we have a journey ahead of us. The one event I was hoping not to get, overheated. Now we're stuck here for 4.2 days. I was really hoping we weren't going to get that, because I want to finish this fight. I do wonder what happens if we kill the hive. If we kill the mech hive, what happens to our mechs? Are they completely useless? Like, I do remember someone saying you can't really progress on it, but I don't know if it means like your mechs are completely just unusable. We'll figure that one out. Oh right, we have a chain shotgun. Is anyone could have Wince use that instead of the... No, that might be more useful. I mean, Kepler can use the chain shotgun or the honors thumper, I guess. Oh. Oh, why were you in the freezer? Why were you sleeping in the freezer? Just chilling out in the freezer and decides, you know what? I'm just gonna get frostbite and hypothermia and die. It sounds like a skill issue for that vulture. Don't worry, your other vulture friends will love to eat you. I swear, spawn intelligence in this game is leaves a lot to be desired. Well, not even pawns, but like, animals. We're hunting a little bit to get some meat for our animals, because I'm not sure what's going to happen or how long we're going to be at the mech hive. Hoping everything goes according to plan. I don't know why, but this kind of looks like a full-blown artillery gun, which would potentially make sense. Alright, well, I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Something happened and needed to deal with it. I was hoping it was going to be a lot shorter, but I guess not. Right, crafted another vac suit just in case. Even though we have 8 vac suits, doesn't hurt to be prepared. Which does remind me, since we are going to eventually be going back in space, need to get the heaters all kitted back up. Probably do the airflow from the generators in here to do a little bit of comfort heat, I guess. I really wish we didn't have that overheat issue, because I would have loved to, get this over with quicker. Since I know it's going to be like a multiple stage, like multiple day fight. Because it's meant to be like the final boss of mechanoids. Self-tamed. Now, I don't think you can be trained, so we're just gonna slaughter you. Don't know why I'm tired. Jeez. Slept pretty good. Well, alright's the best term. I probably slept like 6, 7 hours. So I should be tired. 19 hours till we can launch, and I believe we have like one or two more launches till we can launch up to the hive. But I swear, if one of my animals dies in space because they decide to walk outside, I'm gonna find it funny. Well, that's not supposed to happen. And we got cargo pods. They're just a bunch of frozen eggs. Alright, we'll take them, I guess. Someone's hunting Andre. Where is Andre even? Where is Andre? He's literally in the ship, so this dude is literally like, yeah, I'm just gonna go inside. Get owned. Get put in the freezer to be turned into food. Right, Dan, pick up your assault rifle. Six hours. But I could always try Solargen, which is a space game. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Solargen, Munokin, but it's made by this one. Well, it originally started out as this one guy. Like, he's not part of like a indie studio or anything, but it's basically it's a pretty good colony simulator with actual like considerations of the solar system. So you start as like this, what is it? Uh company, I guess, and you colonize space and whatnot. Right, if everyone could get on the ship, that would be amazing. Vultures, if you don't get in the ship, I'm leaving you. Yep, I'm leaving them. They probably got hypothermia and couldn't move anymore, so it's best not to have. Try saving them. If it is Andre, I would have to save them. Grav nausea. That's better than grav overheating. We got 3 days till we can move again. But I'm still kind of shocked we got a psychic emulator, like very early on in this run. Gaming inspiration. But that does make me wonder, do you have to play the graph ship start in order to disable the mechanoids? Or as long as you own a graph ship, can you eventually hunt them down and deal with them once and for all? Might have to look that up after stream. Because, of my knowledge, if you killed the hive mind instead of trying to, like, I guess use its power or something, it will completely kill the mechanoid faction. Like, every mechanoid, no matter where it is on the map, just instantly drops dead. Well, unconscious is the correct term. Because, you know, its brain was basically lobotomized. Fire generator. Oh, I did not know we had the research for jump packs. It might not really work out for us. I'm just at this point researching any, like, tech, really. Because I don't think we have anything to prepare even farther. So we're just gonna kind of go in with what we have. Cosmic event. Alright, all the porcupines have gone crazy. That's lovely. We'll just send Wanda out. Hold fire. Right, let's undraft and then do some operations to remove porcupine quills. Because we need her at her best. You know, you could probably build one of these and then just have like a bunch of, what are they called? Do I not have the tech for it? The pollution cleaner things, I guess. Wait, why are they rivals? Huh. Okay, we got 15 hours till we can launch again. Which feels like it's taking forever. But then again, after the loss of the bunkers, which... the thing is, if we ended up with the bunkers, this run would probably be like double in size. Due to the fact that I would like beautify and build all the niceties of that place. But if I do a naked brutality run, huh? What would my end goal for that one be? To escape the planet or to destroy the mech hive? If it's even possible. I don't know if that's exclusive to this DLC. Well, this start, more accurately. Alright, I guess we're leaving another vulture. It's clearly they don't know when to, you know, get on the ship. Good luck in your new environment. Hopefully you survive. The other two probably didn't. Alright, and once we're able to launch from here, I believe the mech hive we will be able to land on. Which, 1.7 days. Goodness. Gonna tell them not to hold fire anymore. Brighton Sea Lion. Yeah, you kind of asked the wrong people for your sea lion. We're kind of going in a suicide rush. Oh, I forgot to undraft you guys. Since you were so great at listening. Ambrosia. Oh, there's people. arthropods of normal food. Wow, people are going to go crazy over normal food. You know, I was like thinking in my head, oh, I thought Mary wasn't part of our ideology, and then I realized she's dead. She's been dead for quite some time. Yeah, she has. It's been over a year in game. Making sure we have all the heaters set up due to the fact that, well, space is cold, obviously. I don't think we've actually been in space since, ever. Besides, the platforms. Like, we've never been on the asteroids, which is why we don't have good, thrusters, of course. Alright, we got 11 hours, 10 hours now. Wait, you can get more wood from stumps? Yeah, it produces a very minuscule amount. That might be... Okay, cold snap. Right. So in 4 hours, we should be able to launch to the final boss arena and see how badly we get annihilated. I am going to save before killing the hive mind just to see what the choices are. Because I know you can either shut it down completely or copy its blueprints, I guess. I'm not sure what that entails though, because I tried looking up online what does that exactly do, and nothing came up since it's relatively new, the DLC. It's always either the animals or darn mechanoids. There we go. Alright. We are off to the mech hive. Also, welcome in, Ashy Bloop. I hope you're having a good day. Alright. We've made it to the Cerebrex core. At the center of the orbital platform sits a massive mechanoid structure made of hair-fine ultra-tech filaments supporting an AI persona core. This is the intelligence core of the mech hive that directs mechanoids all over the planet, protected by nearby stabilizers, making it nearly invulnerable. Find and destroy the stabilizers to lower defenses. Alright. So, jeez. Try to think of a good landing spot. Could land here. That way the... I'm gonna land here, I think. Will we survive? Maybe, maybe not. All depends on the gun's positioning. Alright, well let's get everyone drafted. Including all of the mechs we have. Right, Dave, wake up. Isamu, I guess? Ooh, that leg spike from entering this place is kind of crazy. But let's remove that since the vultures clearly can't go into space. So why even bother? Ooh, and this must be the anti-craft beams they were talking about. Ooh, jeez. So before we do anything, I think I'm going to try cleaning up the space station. Hey, there's no reason to go in here, I guess. So we'll just disallow it. So I'm thinking about destroying all stabilizers at once, if it's possible. Okay, we got hostiles in there. Okay, Samu isn't doing so well. This might have been a poorly thought out battle strategy. Why are you developing hypothermia? You have a outfit on. Oh, Win, since you are basically a shock trooper, we'll just open that door and see what's in there. A hallway. Dear God. Okay. So she died. And now basically sight stealers in space. Well, I mean, they can fight the mechanoids. I don't care. I didn't mean to undraft you out of all people. But imagine being a sight stealer and just spawning in space. Apparently, they can deal with the coldness of space. We might be very unprepared for this. Okay, so we got some hostiles in this room. Okay. Lebrie's dead. Okay, empty room. You're incapable of hacking. You can't even haul, which is... I wish these were long enough range to aim at these. Oh, he doesn't even have his gun. Nor can he be drafted, I guess? No, he can. Don't know what gun he can use besides the chain shotgun. He's too injured to fight. Which means his mechanoids we can't rely on. No, Kepler. Okay, so we definitely were not prepared. Yeah. Okay, well, I had hope. I had hope we were going to, survive, but it seems like we were definitely not prepared enough to fight such a large mechanoid presence. Like if they came to the ship, we probably could have fought them off, but we landed right on the edge for some reason. Okay. Well, basically everyone's dead. Okay. Well, I'm going to take this as like a undecisive defeat or something like that. Just gonna say we died. Well, half of the crew died. There's still some hope, but without Nibri and Kepler and a bunch of mechanoids, we're kind of severely weakened. But look at that. It's so interesting the way it is they designs the brain to be. Kind of fascinating. All right, well I think we should consider that run lost. I was kind of very trying to get into the combat when clearly should not have. So rip. Um, yeah, I think that I'm not gonna reload that one and try making it better or whatnot. But yeah, so I guess consider run three. Due to my impatience and the loss of the vault bunkers, due to me spawning there instead of doing what most people say and like land outside of it, then move in, uh, definitely wasn't prepared for that. However, I do think tomorrow I might stream another game or, Rimworld, but not a grav ship run. But just looking at it, what games can I stream? I got the Planet Crafter, Terra Invicta, No Man's Sky. I had like a stream kind of character made for stream. The Crust had a major update, but it's not fully completed. Same with Solargen. Zephyrus Protocol, they haven't really added much since we last played the game and obliterated the infected. Uh, Beyond All Reason is kind of like an RTS, so it'd just be us playing against other people, I guess, and losing pretty brutally at that. Hmm. Well, I guess I'll make up my mind then. But with that, I hope you guys have a great day or night, depending where you watch this from. And I will see you next stream.